Hey friends, it's Mari here. I'm back with another project for the Justnick design team. I'm going to be using a couple of designs from the shop, including the TN fall cut file and this geometric leaves cut file as well. I'm going to be doing a traveler's notebook project here for you today, and I'm going to be using that TN fall with the leaves portion on the right side of my project here. What I did was I cut the cut file from two different pieces of paper. This one that I'm laying down here now that I'm going to glue down is from some pink patterned paper from the Heidi Swap Emerson Lane collection. And what I did was I cut one of the cut files slightly larger than the other. So the pink one's a little bit bigger than the white. And this white one I'm just going to layer over top. I'm going to use a little bit of foam adhesive on the back of that white cut file just to pop it up off the pink a little bit. And then the pink is just going to provide a little bit of a shadow for that white cut file. And I really like how this looks. I think it just adds a little bit of dimension and kind of interest in a different way to that, to the layout, to the project. And I like how this looks. So I'm just going to put down some of these adhesive strips from Doris. And I love that these little strips are just so nice and thin, all ready for you. And this is going to be perfect for backing that cut file. I'm also going to take a one of the die cuts from the ephemera pack, which is a photo frame. It's this pink and white stripe. I really like this. And I'm going to use that to frame in the photograph that I'm going to be using to scrap with today. This photo was taken at Crop and Create in Cornwall. It's a photo of Nicole, Noasad, and I. Nicole was teaching at Crop and Create. I took her design distinction class, which was fantastic as always. And we just took a minute or two to snap a few photos, which was lots of fun. This one has a Snapchat filter on it. Printed this in black and white, and it's perfect for this little frame. I'm going to take the geometric leaves, which I cut out of some heavy cardstock. I'm going to back those with some of the paper from Emerson Lane as well. I'm just going to take and put a little bit of liquid adhesive on the back side of the cut file and then glue it onto some of the patterned paper from Emerson Lane. And then I will just fussy cut around the outside edges of those leaves, and then they will be all backed and ready to use as a layering piece on the layout. So you can see how I've just added a little bit of foam adhesive to the back of those leaves. Actually, I lied. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid adhesive to the back of those leaves. And the reason why I did that is because the next layer that I'm going to do on top of these is going to have some foam adhesive on it. And I didn't want this to end up getting too thick, obviously, because my little notebook has to close. So I'm just practicing there and making sure that leaf isn't too much into the gutter of the book. Now this little heart die cut piece is going to be popped up a little bit. So you can see where I didn't want to get too much foam happening here so that it becomes a little bit too thick. So I'm going to just take the release paper off the back of that foam adhesive and use that as a centerpiece for those leaves. I'm also going to take this fall word, this scripty fall word that is also part of this cut file, and I'm going to just add a little bit of these Doris strips again to the back of the word and pop that up below the heart for that little fall title. And I like how that finishes this page off. I think it's just a really nice addition. And it didn't have to be in color, I didn't think, because I actually just really like that white on white effect. I think it just looks really neat and it enhances the page nicely with a little bit of detail. Now I'm ready to go ahead and do a little bit more with that left side. So I've got my photo all ready to go here. I'm going to just trim off a little bit of the excess photo paper behind that frame so that it's not sticking out. Just going to take my scissors and trim some of that off quickly before I get this glued down. If you have never attended a Crop and Create event before and you live near an area that you might be able to attend, let me tell you, it is worth it. It is just a place of gathering for people who are obviously all in love with this paper crafting industry, and it's just a lot of fun. The classes are exceptionally great. And Catherine, the lady who owns Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine, just does an excellent job of organizing the event, and all of the people that are working there, the educators, and all, just everyone there is fantastic and just a lot of fun. So that's what I'm journaling about today, is Crop and Create Cornwall. Now, I just took some of my washi tape that I had in my stash that has gold dots on it, because I'm going to do a little bit of gold embellishing here. And I just put that down the gutter because this is the center page in the book. I wanted to just make sure that those staples stay intact. And so that's how I'm hoping to achieve that with that washi tape. Plus, it is also really pretty. Now you can see I'm just taking a bunch of the bits of die cut pieces from the collection, Emerson Lane, and adding some details to the project. And this is really a really easy way to finish off the cut file. It creates the base of developing the project with all of the beautiful details on that right side. And now I'm just taking the collection and finishing off the left side. And I love that little tag piece there that's to the left of the photo is going to just give me a little spot for journaling. That with that little journaling spot, I just wanted to add a little bit of that gold washi tape to the left side as well. And it just kind of finishes off that little journaling tag area as well. So I like how that's looking. And I'm going to add my journaling there. I'm going to add a few other little stickers and bits and pieces. And my project is going to almost be finished here. So you'll just see me going here to the cardstock sticker sheet and adding a few little gold embellishments. And at this point, I was looking at it and I decided, since I'm using a Heidi Swap collection, you all know what this layout needs, don't you? Yeah, I can hear you saying it, even though you're not in the room with me. Yes, it needs some Heidi Swap color shine, and I am going to add some gold color shine here in a minute with a little paintbrush. And just as I'm looking over all of these other little bits and pieces, I'm just going to give you a quick little look at how things are finished up, and I'm going to show you there where I want to put my Heidi shine. I'm just going to cover up my photograph here so that it doesn't get any color shine on it, and just take a little paintbrush. This is a Vicky Boutin brush from her mixed media line, and I'm going to just splatter some really fine little Heidi Swap color shine splatters on here. I love this stuff. I still have 3 bottles of this in my stash. I hope to never use it up because it is the best. We all know that. It is a wonderful product. I feel like someday they'll bring it back because everybody always raves about how awesome their Heidi shine is. So I'm going to just add a few more little sprinkles here and there. I squeeze my brush to create a few little large drops, and that's going to be it. I have added some still shots of my project at the end, if you want to check that out, just so that you can see up close what I did with my project. Because I did finish this video here with my splatters and I didn't actually hold the layout up closely for you, you can see in these close-up shots here what the details are. And I also have the details for this project over on the blog as well, if you want to check that out. Thanks so much for stopping by today, guys. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day, and don't forget to pop over to the Justnick shop to check out all of the gorgeous cut files. See you again. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.